living your best life means something different to everyone, especially when it comes to healthcare. That's why Mercy One offers compassionate, personalized care. We are here for you with one team of experts providing access to the primary care and highly rated specialty care you need, easily and conveniently. So go ahead, live your best life. We're with you every step of the way. Mercy One, your best life, our one purpose.
When you choose Delta Dental of Iowa, you set a chain of good in motion because we invest in your community. So whether you get your plan at work or purchase it through us, you get more than great dental and vision insurance. You make a difference for others. Choose Delta Dental for your smile, for your health, and for your community.
In Iowa, we all play by the same rules. Hard work pays off, practice makes perfect, success is something you earn, and teamwork helps us all be winners. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics. Because on our team and on yours, what we bring to the table is what brings us all together. Learn more about our commitment to Iowa at iowapork.org.
Here in Greater Des Moines, we're the unexpected sports mecca that feels like home. We are the big ballers, the little kickers, the underdogs, and the bulldogs. We've got events wacky and wild, big and small, we host them all. And that old sports cliche, nobody believes in us? Nah, when you come here, you'll believe. Because in Des Moines, only the S's are silent. Let's go!
Good afternoon and welcome to County Soccer Complex in Des Moines, Iowa, the home of the Girls State Soccer Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau. Alongside Jordan Burns, I'm Austin Oliver. In just a moment, we'll have the matchup between the Ankeny Hawks and the Dowling Catholic Maroons right here on the Girls Union Network powered by Mid-American Energy Company. So about 6 minutes left to go here on the clock as we start to see some of the girls finish up with their warm-ups here. We've got a big matchup here in this, I think it's the third 3A game to start out here. Big tough matchup between the number 2 and the number 7 seed, I believe, Jordan, is that right?
Yeah, that's correct. No, it's going to be a really, really good game here, really tasty game. Both teams are going to go at each other. We've got one head coach is Irish, one head coach is Scottish, so I'm sure it'll get feisty over there as well.
I'm sure, exactly. So just want to run through the road to state for both of these schools here. We're going to start out with Dowling Catholic. They're coming into the tournament with a 10-6 record. They are Region 5 champions. They defeated Muscatine on their way to the state tournament. 41 goals scored for them as a team, 2.6 per outing, 29 assists. Julia Moore with 11 goals and 7 assists leads the team. And IGHSAU is 51 saves, a save percentage of 91.7 for Dowling Catholic. And then the record for the Ankeny Hawks is 12-3-1 coming into the state tournament. Region 4 champion defeating Urbandale on their path to the state tournament. 29 goals scored, least by any of the state qualifiers, and only conceded 4 goals all season. So Cameron Dietz, Ali Mackey, 6 goals each for this team, and Jasmine Mosier with 45 saves and a 95.7% save percentage. So I think it's safe to say, Jordan, this game is going to be could be a 1-0 score, could be a 0-0 score going to shootout. There's going to be some defense being played on the pitch today.
Yeah, it's two teams who defend well, especially the Hawkettes. They live and breathe by their defensive side of the game. They're really organised. They're really tough to get past. Their 2 centre backs and goalkeeper are solid players, and it's it's going to be one of those games. I think it'll be a set piece. I think it might be off a corner, off a long throw, maybe a free kick. But it's important that the Hawkheads be aware of the attacking force that the Dowling Catholics bring as well.
Well, Jordan, we're going to come back here in a few minutes here. We're going to dive a little bit deeper into what these two teams can do to win today's match. Plus, we'll have your starting lineups as we get set for kickoff. Look, about 4 minutes here. You're watching the 2023 Girls State Soccer Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-America Energy.
Obsessively, relentlessly at your service. To me, it means being there 24/7, rain or shine, during storms, after storms.
Being a first responder to the community, to my customers.
Being there to get the customers back on and to see the smiles on their face.
To provide the kind of reliability that we can hold our heads high about.
And we want to keep our customers safe. Safety's first around here.
And that's rewarding.
Hello. I'm Brent Johnson, an Iowa farmer from Calhoun County and president of the Iowa Farm Bureau. As proud title sponsor of the state soccer tournament, the Iowa Farm Bureau is dedicated to creating a vibrant future for Iowa through partnerships and programs that help cultivate individuals with great character, a strong work ethic, and exceptional leadership skills. Making it to the state tournament is a great accomplishment that takes a lot of support. That's why we provide millions of dollars in awards, grants, and scholarships that recognize athletic and academic excellence. And to help celebrate this achievement, the Iowa Farm Bureau provides commemorative soccer balls for each team competing in the state tournament. These keepsakes are a great way for these athletes to remember their experience here, as well as the teammates, coaches, parents, teachers, and mentors who've all played an important role in their journey. So, from the Iowa Farm Bureau, congratulations to all the players and coaches on an outstanding season, and good luck in the tournament.
And we're back. Here we got both teams lined up on the field, and we're going to get ready to do our starting lineups. We'll throw it over to the PA announcer for the starting lineups.
To the County Soccer Complex for the 2020 S3A quarterfinal. Students from Dowling Catholic and the Ankeny Hawks. Meet the team. First, the visitors on the scoreboard, Dowling Catholic. Here are their reserves. Number 00, Jamie Itzel Aguilar. 2, Ramirez. Number 3, Sofia Provenza. Number 5, Deanna Alvarado. Number 6, Abby Zuck. Number 7, Elizabeth Brick. Number 10, Dina Forbes. Number 11, Elizabeth Harkin. Number 12, Maria 80. Number 17, Olivia Strang. Number 20, Abby Coleman. Now let's meet the starters. Number 1, Andrea Munoz Mejorado. Number 4, Meredith Schultz. Number 16, Julia Shoup. Number 13, Anna 80. Number 14, Sarah Moore. Number 15, Emmy Sager. Number 19, Ella Anlicker. Number 21, Charlotte Carmichael. Number 24, Lauren McCoy. Sorry, number 24, Julia Moore. Number 25 is Lauren McCoy. And number 22 is Abby Galloway. Our John Pearson, along with assistants Adam Williams, Greta Geidenbond, and Doug Eichholz. Now let's meet the visitors, the home team, the Ankeny Hawkettes. They're non-starters. Number 1, Teva Ganani. Number 2, Claire Kohos. Number 3, Maura Paoli. Number 9, Marley Buchanan. Number 13, Maddie Walsh. Number 14, Riley Kaiser. 15, Gwen Briggs. Number 16, Allison Buer. Number 17, McKenna Badetsky. Number 24, Morgan McMahon. Number 25, Kaya Schotbold. Assistant coaches are Trevor Neary, Chloe Witzbarger, Olivia Wallers, and Kennedy Mackey. Now let's meet the starters for the Hawkettes. Number 0, Jasmine Moser. Number 6, Emma Gott. Number 7, Emmy Murphy. Number 8, Cameron Dietz. Number 10, Allie Mackey. Number 11, Taya Pritchard. Number 12, Jenna Pitts. Number 18, Sophie Loeffler. Number 19, Elizabeth Proctor. Number 20, Ava Paoli. And number 29, Avery Taylor. The head coach of the Hawkettes is Simon Brown. Our officials for today's match, the referee is Jason Magruder. Assistant referees are Kimberly Watkins and Michael Miller. And the fourth official today is Sean Geiza. Congratulations to both teams. Best of luck, and let's play some championship state soccer.
And before we begin today's game, we'd like to once again thank Iowa Farm Bureau, proud title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union, for their support. The Iowa Farm Bureau has an office located in each county across Iowa, and we'd like to thank the offices listed on your screen for their support of the two teams playing in our game today. Thank you, Iowa Farm Bureau, for supporting the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Association Union and the Iowa Girl. Well, the final preparations going on here is the Ankeny Hawkettes are giving some high fives to the referees as they get set up and get their final huddles and final instructions from the coaches, and getting this game on the road on the scoreboard here. 40 minutes on the scoreboard. And we'll have the Hawkettes in the burgundy and gold. They'll be going from left to right, and we have the Dowling Catholic Maroons on the right going to the left, and the all whites. So
yeah, this is the time of day where the good games start, and there's a lot of talented kids on the field, and both you know, just even 1 through 8 on the 3A, there's a lot of good teams. I think everybody on their day, if they show up, are capable of winning the game. So again, just like we've been saying all day, it's the team who can come mentally prepared, who can shift their mindset to block out any distractions, deal with the emotion, deal with the environment. And I think we're going to have a right good game on our hands to finish up the day here.
Yeah, some of the matchups I kind of was like keying in on as I was looking over some of the lineups here is that freshman goalie up against the senior goalie. You know, Moser comes in here with a ton of experience, doing lots of different things, PKs, shootouts, whatever. And we got a freshman down there for the Maroons, Munoz Maharada. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out here as one of the big matchups going forward.
Yeah, right away you can see a little set piece off the corner, off the kickoff, and right away the ball goes out wide to Liz Proctor, and the ball's in the box already, and Ankeny's going to get their first shot at the goal already. And in the last game we talked about that, right? We talked about kickoffs. Sometimes you see the ball go back. This time, you saw a little one off the training ground that was dropped back, and it was pinged into the far right side here for Proctor, and she puts out a good ball in the box and a positive start.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of a signature of a Simon coach team, is that they always try to take that first ball forward. So
yeah, I mean, I like to, especially even myself as a coach, like I like to put the ball as far away from our goal as possible on the first kick. So you've got to go and take the game to your opposition team. Talking to Simon, little shout out to his mum and dad, Florence and John Brown, back in Ireland watching the game. So shout out to you guys. Hope you enjoy the game.
Nice little shout out. Throwing for the Hawkettes.
Similar to some of the earlier games, like Bishop Healing came out the traps with more enthusiasm. DCG coming out of the game with more enthusiasm right away. Yeah. So far, Ankeny showing their enthusiasm.
Well, it's even a situation where Ankeny's going against the wind, which has been a factor in the last game,
Yeah.
and it's definitely blowing here in this game as well. So you like to see, as a Hawkette fan, you like to see them being able to get down the field even with going against the wind.
Yeah, it's one of those, everybody always asks that question, would you rather the wind behind you in the first half or the second half? And, you know, everybody has their preference, eh? It's a lovely ball from Pitch, just bent it around into Pritchard.
Nice centering pass here.
Yeah, Pritchard looking to bend it around the back of the Dowling centre halves, but it just didn't quite get as much bend on it as she would like to. Yeah, so you mean we're talking about matchups at the start of the game, like already, you know, number 10 for Hawkettes, Ali Mackey, she's man marking number 19, Ella Anlicker for the Dowling Catholics, and that's going to be a 1v1 battle we'll see all game.
Oh, Anlicker there with a high attack, takes out a Hawkette, went right to the ground. Looks like she's okay.
Yeah, just a little bit too aggressive for the referee's liking there from Anlicker.
Cameron Dietz goes down pretty hard off of that high tackle. I don't know what you call that, just a high attack, I guess. It'll be a free kick for the Hawkettes. It'll be Jenna Pitts stepping up to take the free ball.
I like that all the fans are in the stand this game. Yeah. We're not surrounded by a lot of people.
The last two games we've had people within 2 or 3 feet of the broadcast table here, so the Ankeny fans and the Dowling fans have opted to stay up in the stands for this game. Just have a few people down here next to us. I was looking at the lineups as well on both rosters. Dowling coming in here with 2 sets of twins. You have the
yep.
80 twins and the Moore twins.
Yeah, both Moore twins I know well, especially Julia up top. She scored 11 goals this season, and along with Lauren McCoy on the other side, you know, those two number 9s have got 22 goals between them. But you know, as you said in the pre-match, the Hawkettes don't lose a ton of goals either. You know, they've gone through the season and not lost a lot of goals, and you know, that's why they're here.
Yeah, that wind definitely is picking up a little bit from what we've seen for most of the day here. Looking at the lineman's flag right in front of us, it's blowing pretty nicely as Dowling kind of enjoys its furthest position down into the Hawkette territory. Long distance shot.
It's going to take something special to beat Jazz from that range. But as you say, you know, like, I'd just keep shooting with the wind behind their back. You know, you just never know how much that wind can carry the ball and make it awkward for the goalkeeper.
Sarah Moore with that shot from distance.
Yeah, both Moore sisters are both captains as well. So, and you know, Meredith Schultz coming back into the roster as well. You know, she's missed a lot of soccer this year. You know, picking up that shoulder injury back at the start of the season and over at the Jag Stadium in Ankeny, and it's good to see her back on the field as well.
Talking about Schultz?
Yeah. You know, it's good to see her back, and she adds a lot of experience, and it looks like she's a captain, and she's a quality player as well.
A lot of speed there too. Be a throw-in for the Maroons on the far side of the field. Strong throw-in.
Again, both teams just feeling each other out, finding areas that they can maybe hurt each other, and sounds like Dowling, you know, looks like Dowling's got their own long throw routine, just like Ankeny.
Anlicker with a nice little play, tries to take a long shot and ends up going off a defender, but it was a hard shot. I think it even took down one of the defenders completely off of her feet when she kicked that. Anlicker with.
Yeah, it was good defending from Ali Mackey, and you know those two are teammates at club, and she knew exactly as soon as Anlicker gets on that ball, like she just flew herself in front of the Anlicker shot to make sure she doesn't get an easy clear shot on Jazz's goal.
And really, Mackey had two players that she could have definitely dropped off to, and she made the right decision to get down to Anlicker, but. Maybe a little bit of a snafu early on for the defense for the Hawkettes, especially in dealing with Anlicker and anybody else that's up there pushing forward.
Yeah, that's the one player that they're going to have to not let shoot. She has a terrific right foot, and she can almost put the ball wherever she wants to put it. And
looks to be our first corner kick of the game. This will be a Kruger Seeds corner kick. The next time you're in need of corn or soybean seed, give your local Kruger Seed dealer a call. Kruger Seeds, first class seed, first name service, and it actually is a throw-in. So, but it was almost kind of set up as a corner kick. So my apologies on the wrong call there. They'll do another throw-in here for the Hawkettes.
Yeah, Emma's got a lot of range in her long throws, and yeah, they almost are like a corner, and they cause a bit of chaos and havoc in the mixer.
Dietz settles the ball down nicely. Takes a long shot. Was almost on frame there. Just went a little bit to the left.
Terrific first touch from Dietz. You know, she just plucked it down out of the air and got herself turned and managed to get the shot off. I thought maybe she could have just prepped it a little bit more to the right, just so she could have got a better look at the goal. But it was a positive bit of play from Dietz, and she was unlucky.
And Munoz Mejarada puts the ball back into play. Schultz with a touch and tries to get it out to Moore here on the far side. It's a foot race. Moore wins the foot race and gets good positioning and tries to get the ball deeper into Hawkette territory. Nice cross here. Pitts takes the ball off of her shin. It goes out of bounds. It'll be a corner kick for the Maroons.
Yeah,
looks like Anlicker is going to be taking that corner kick.
Good little duel down the left side there between Moore and Proctor.
This will be a Kruger Seeds corner kick, first class seed, first name service. And the Curse sets the ball up for the set piece. Ball's in play. And 80 with the touch and gets the ball back for possession for the Maroons. Pinball's around, she gets possession back again, sets it back to Anlicker. Anlicker takes a shot. Quite a ways out for it to be an effective shot, and Mosier's there to gobble that one up and reset the offense for the Hawkettes.
Yeah, Anlicker would have been looking to make better connection with the ball there, but again, Hawkettes done well defensively to make sure they're not conceding from corners. You know, it's a scrappy game, and both teams are, and that's their identity. You know, both teams are scrappy, and they make it really difficult and really uncomfortable for you to play, and that's what's going to make it a really good, entertaining game for us today.
Good battle between the offensive player and the defensive player in the Maroons' offense or defensive zone. Andrea, the goalkeeper, picks it up. Freshman goalkeeper for the Maroons, sends it back into play. Lauren McCoy with some touches through the midfield.
You can see the grass a little bit sticky there. It's probably a poor decision from McCoy there, not to release Julia Muir down the left side there.
And the Kerr commits the foul. It'll be a free kick for the Hawkettes.
Yeah, she was lucky not to get away with a yellow card there. It was a hefty challenge on Gott in the middle there, and
it was a pretty heavy foul, especially with the opportunity for the Hawkettes to kind of build on that as well.
We saw in the previous game, the referee, gave a yellow card on that type of tackle. So
a lot of space open for the Hawkettes. Would have liked to see her take and shrink some of that space up and make a defender commit to her, but foul committed. Looked like a handball maybe there in the scrum of players all there in a little bit of a scrum. Maroons send it back into play.
It's going to be a really tasty battle down this right. Dowling's left side, Ankeny's right side, between Sarah Moore and Lizzie Proctor. That's going to be a battle all day that will be enjoyable to watch.
I think we might have an injured player. No, we're not having an injured player. We're good. Throwing for the Maroons, much to the dismay of the Hawkettes.
Yeah, I think we do have a player down. It looks like it's Lizzie Proctor. And
yep. Yeah, this Proctor is down there. I thought I saw somebody go down, and she was back there defending Julia Moore on the sideline. It looks like she's gone down. They're asking for trainer to come over.
Yeah, she seems like she's in a bit of pain down there. Hopefully she's okay.
So we're waiting just to see, get the player attended to. 12 minutes into the first half here. 0-0 score between the Hawkettes and the Maroons.
Yeah, there's not been much in it so far, Austin. It's been a pretty close game, and both teams just still feeling each other out and making sure that they're not giving anything silly away. But Lizzie's a tough kid, so she'll be looking. It wouldn't surprise me if she bounces back, but you know, the fact that she's been down for so long, that, you know, it really does show that she's probably in some bit of pain, because usually she just bounces right back up. You know, we talked about that 1v1 matchup between Julia Moore and Lizzie Proctor. That's probably now something that the Dowling Catholics will be looking to take a tactical advantage of down their left side now. Looks like they're going to bring on Riley Kaiser. I think it's more, if Kaiser does go into the right back position, I think it'll be more just to match Julia's speed more than anything.
Yeah, she is leaving the field on her own power, but it's not looking too good for Proctor. Definitely going to change some things for the defense for the Hawkettes for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like little Avery Taylor's going to come out here to the right back.
I think, Jordan, it's good to see a lot of freshmen on both teams contributing to the starting lineups on both sides. Goalkeeper at forward for the Maroons. Defensively, a forward over here on the with the Hawkettes as well.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's that's a good thing about, you know, that's why in Ankeny there's now two schools, right? So it gives an opportunity for younger classmen to step into the varsity space and as a freshman and even contribute and even start. You know, in both teams there's freshman starters. So
yep. And
we saw that across, you know, all classes and all teams today.
Pitts takes the free kick. Ooh, a shot to the back there.
Yeah, there's a little nudge in the back there from.
Saw the head snap back a little bit of the Hawkette there, but we'll get a throw in. Look like God will be taking the throw in for the Hawkettes. She's kind of designated as their throw-in specialist. Can get quite a bit of length on her throw-ins.
Yeah, it's really becoming a huge part of the game now.
Munoz Mejerada gets the save and puts the ball back into play.
Yeah, that little change there with Proctor going off, it meant that Taya Pritchard had to slide back into left back, and Avery Taylor coming over to right back, and then Cameron Dietz has moved out of the middle now, and she's out wide on the left with Riley Dietz. Riley Kaiser going through the middle as the 9.
Touch squirts through there. Almost breaks through the back line of the Dowling defense. Ava Paoli just throwing her body at that 50-50 ball.
Yeah, little Ava Paoli trying to get in the back there, and she's a tough character, and she's not shy of a tackle either.
Handball here right at midfield. It'll be a Hawkette free kick. Jenna Pitts is going to be stepping up to take the free kick for the Hawkettes. Now it looks like Gott's listed as a forward in the program, but she's been dropping back quite a bit here. Maybe attacking more like attacking or a defending midfielder.
Yeah, she was another player that that changed positions in that rotation of Lizzie Proctor going off the field.
Okay.
They moved her back into holding mid alongside Amy Murphy.
So how would you rate the man marking of Mackey on Anliker so far? Has that tactic been working, or is
I think so far so good, just as Dowling get in here? Yeah, I would say so far so good. It's been a good battle watching the two of them go against each other. You know, two of them know each other well. Mackie's not left her sight, and you know that's something that Ella's got to have to deal with, and she's good enough to deal with that, and she's confident enough to deal with it as well. But yeah, so far Mackie's doing a great job.
Yeah, there we go. Mackey stepping up and be able to get a steal, and she's on a break. 2 track stars there, one for Ankeny Hawkettes and one for the Dowling Maroons. We got a foul called here.
Yeah,
it'll be a free kick as number 14.
It's really good. It's really good defending. Again, it starts from Mackey winning the 1v1 duo against Anliker. Now Anliker's got to follow her. Mackey's put the ball in a good area for Riley Kaiser, and no, as a forward, your job is to hold the ball up, keep the ball in that half, and let your team come up. And she's even managed to get a foul, and they're running for it as well, and that allows the Hawkettes to put the ball in the box. So really good play all round there.
Pitts putting in the ball for the set piece. Nice ball to the back far pole. A miss on a header try by Gott. Sends the ball out. Paoli tries to run this ball down on the far side. I think this is where Ankeny has maybe got some opportunities, is to attack that right side as she sends that ball off the side of the goal keep. It'll be a free kick, goal kick for the Maroons.
Number 16 there for the Dowling Catholics, just doing enough to make sure that she stopped Paoli from getting a good cross in the box. Sorry, it's number 15. Apologies for that. Amy Sager.
Amy Sager, yep. Got 2 attackers running down the left side for the Maroons. Anliker's going to try to get there, but Mosher comes out and plays the ball perfectly. Made the correct decision as Anliker was breathing down her neck and wanted to get a touch on the ball to put in the back of the net, but Mosher in there for the save.
You know, one thing Coach Pearson might look at doing with Anliker is if Mackie's going to be the person who man marks Ella, then moving Ella positions might help nullify that. Maybe putting Ella in a position that Coach Simon doesn't want to put Mackie in.
Yeah.
Play a little bit of cat and mouse almost.
Well, that was a tactic we seen earlier in the year when we had watched Anliker play against Centennial early in the year. As they had her at defending midfielder for most of the first half, and then gradually just moved her up further and further into the offensive into offensive zone until she scored a goal, I believe.
Yeah.
Maybe even 2 goals.
Yeah,
I think,
she
that
did.
game.
She scored 2 goals that night, and it was Pennington was man marking her that night. But again, this is important as well. There is going to be moments in the game where, you know, Mackie's going to get it, you know, she has to play her game as well, right? So there's going to be moments where Ann Licker will be free off Mackie, so it's important that the next player's ready to step in and help defend.
So we're going to be teetering on the first half water break here in the next minute or so as the shot is taken. It kind of harmlessly goes to the middle, but there's maybe an opportunity for the Dowling Maroons.
Yeah, Pritchard getting away with one there, just in the box. Not quite sure who Dowling's number 16 is. She's not listed on the number's not listed on the roster. It must have been a last-minute jersey out of the packet.
A substitution just coming in for the Hawkettes. Those are brought to you by IMT Insurance.
Wind's really kicked up, but it's a lovely breeze as the sun's gone behind the clouds temporarily.
Throw and rolls out of bounds off of the Maroons. They'll just move it down the field and do the throw in again. Nice step up by Sophie Leffler, but gives the possession back to the Maroons. 80 sends the ball in, trying to connect up with her center forward. Connects up with more on the far side as she's marked up by a Hawk defender. Hawkettes do a nice job of getting that ball out of danger, sending it all the way back out, and it'll roll out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for the Catholics. Maroons, and we'll go to water break. So a feisty first 20 minutes for both teams here.
Yeah, as you said earlier, there's not been much in it. Both teams, you know, going hammer and toe at each other and trying to get the first goal of the game. And as we said earlier, I don't think it'll be a huge scoring game, this one.
Absolutely. Hey fans, Central College has you covered with career building programs and with tuition less than $20,000 a year and tons of scholarships. It's the best decision ever. Apply today at central.edu. Yeah, I'm just wondering what they're saying in those huddles right now. I mean, I think both teams have been kind of playing their game. The defenses have shown to be strong on both sides. Not a ton of offensive firepower on either side that's dominating, but still some sure goal scorers out there and can definitely make some things happen. I think both teams have had some flashes of brilliance, but nothing really overpowering on either side.
Yeah, there's been a couple of probably just half chances, you know, little snippets at goal here and there, but nothing. We've still not had a big chance yet in the game that we can say, yeah, probably should have scored there, or they were really unlucky not to score. We're still waiting for that big chance to happen. So, but you know, as it says, it's once you get to the 3A level games, the game becomes more tactical. There's a lot more strategies needing to be put into place to break down some teams. And you know, we've got two teams here that Dowling are pretty athletic across the front, but Ankeny are really good in the back. And I think Dowling's defended really well also.
Absolutely.
I think they've so far they've not really allowed Ankeny to, you know, players like Paoli and Kaiser and Gott and Dietz, they've not really been able to impose themselves in the game just yet.
So Anlicker will be taking the throw in. Hooks up with Schultz. Back to Anlicker. Anlicker with a long ball in. Moser's going to hustle out to try to get a touch on that one, but it rolls out of the backside of the pitch. It'll be a goal kick for the Hawkettes.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was a shot on goal or something trying to find McCoy, but if it was a shot on goal, it's pretty optimistic.
Moser taking her time getting this set up for the free kick. put the ball back into play. Fairly strong kick for into the wind. She almost made it to midfield. It rolls out of bounds or right on the line. It must have landed right on the line and then was kicked out by one of the Hawkettes as they were contemplating whether it was going to keep going or not. Ball rolls out of bounds off the Hawkettes, so it'll be a throw-in for the Maroons. Hawkette defender tries to rise up to get that header, but it rolls off of her shoulder and runs out of bounds. It'll be another throw-in for the Maroons. Oh, nope, throw-in for the Hawkettes.
Yeah, Sarah Muir's got a longer throw than I thought, and I think that could cause a bit of trouble at times. And I think even in the second half, with the Hawkettes getting the wind behind them, will help a lot, especially during set pieces. But you know, right now we're just kind of easing our way through the first half and still looking for that breakaway.
Center ref getting some instructions about where the ball went out. The Maroon had made it a little bit too far down the field. Pitts takes the ball to the outside. 80 fights for it and gets it. Nice centering pass to Anliker. Anliker's got a one-timer. But Mosier was in a perfect position. The crowd could get excited, but she is in a perfect position and makes a save.
Yeah, there was a cry for handball prior to the attack being created, but I tell you, it's fantastic athleticism from Ella Anliker to guide that ball towards the goal. But yeah, it really is going to take a spectacular shot to beat Jaslyn Moser there from that range as well.
Moore with a nice little touchdown to herself, trying to feed in one of the other players. Mosier comes out and snatches that ball off the feet of one of the Maroon offensive players there. It looks like that was number 25 in there, Lauren McCoy, freshman attacker. Schultz sends it outside to 80. 80 with a nice little ball is going to connect up with, it should be called for offsides. Very close call though. Anliker thought she had snuck in a little bit behind the defense, but that's exactly what she had done, and snuck in behind the defense for an offside.
Yeah, she was a lot more offside than what people thought she was. It's a good bit of,
maybe what she thought she was, huh?
Yeah, she was a good yard or so offside.
But I tell you what, nice little touch there that she batted that ball down to herself, and she would have been in a dangerous place if she wouldn't have been offsides. Moore sends in a nicely weighted ball. And with a nice little steal off the foot of one of the Yankee defenders, and takes a shot on goal from distance. But Mosier in a great position. A little right-footed attack from Anliker.
Yeah, you don't see Jenna Pitts losing out in many 1v1 battles, but again, Jazz does really well off just getting her feet set, ready to catch the shot, and she almost, Anliker probably could have hit it better, but it was a good save from Jaslyn.
Great 50-50 play by both teams. As there was a battle going on between 14 for the Hawks, Riley Kaiser, and is that 16 that she was battling with again?
Yeah, it was a hefty battle between Kaiser and the.
We'll have to get who 16 is here at halftime.
Yeah, number 16 is not listed on the roster here.
Anliker with a glancing header gets all the way back to Mosier. Ball dribbles over the top, and nice Nice little touch, but Kaiser takes an attack, but it just goes up in the air and just keeps going up in the air.
Yeah, she's causing havoc up there, Riley Kaiser. You know, for a freshman, she's very tall. She's got long legs. She's got good stride. She's a good track athlete as well, and she's actually scored a few goals, kind of similar to that this season, where she's got in behind and just had a shot, and she just hit it too well in that last opportunity.
Maroons take it short. Hawkette knocks that ball down, taking one off the side of the head. Nice centering pass. Very close, much closer than it looked like it was going to be, but Munoz Meherada gets there and gets control of the ball right off of that Paoli's feet there.
Yeah, it just took Paoli just to get her foot in there first. Again, similar to Kaiser, you know, Dowling's got McCoy up front who can shift as well. She's pretty fast, and you know, she's been putting up some numbers this season in track as well. You can really see how influential that wind is now, just on that last kick from Jazz.
Well, I've noticed just in the last few minutes that looks like Mackey has dropped off of Anlicker, and they've put somebody else on her, and now maybe she's right back onto her again here. So it looked like they maybe changed the matchup there. .29th minute of the first half here.
Again, the Dowling centre backs are doing a really good job just to put their body between the ball and Riley and not letting her get a run on them. Because as soon as she gets a run on them, she's going to be gone. So it's important that you don't let Riley get a run at them.
Well, we hope that Liz Proctor is feeling okay. I haven't seen her come back into the game yet, so she may be done for the day, but see if we can get some information on that as we go to halftime here. Just under 11 minutes left to go here. Mackey sends the ball out to the midfield pretty high.
Yeah, the Hawkettes it's just been one after another in terms of injuries and losing key players this season.
Schultz does a nice job to get it out to Moore. Moore takes it up the field, trying to connect up with Anlicker as they get down the field.
Yeah, I mean, the rest telling Loeffler to get up, but you know what she meant to do when the forward pulls it to the ground.
So did he not make a call on that at all? Did he just say play on?
Yeah, I think he just said play on, and maybe he just thought it was.
He did give a foul.
Oh, he did eventually.
He did call a foul to
Right.
Anlicker, which is the right call.
Yeah.
She definitely pulled on the arm and did a little swim move, a la defensive end in the NFL, trying to get by. But
no, that's the second one now for Anlicker, so I think the next one she might find her name entering the referee's book.
Haiti gets the ball out of a 50-50 matchup over there, but Maroons lose possession going off to that. Mackey sends the ball down. Nice pass up to Dietz. Dietz to the outside, back to the midfield. Looks like he might get a shot, and Munoz Meherada sends the ball out. It'll be a throw-in. Dangerous little series of passes there for the Hawkettes.
Yeah, just her first touch, it let Kaiser down. It was a beautiful build-up, and all she had to do was just settle it on the first touch and put it into the goal, and unfortunately her first touch kind of took the ball away from her.
I think that initial pass, she was just surprised it got through to her, and she was there with some space. So.
But again, it was good from Taylor driving with the ball, finding Cam Dietz between the lines. Nice little ball around the corner, and never almost got in there.
Throw-in from Gott gets headed right back out. She'll be doing it again. Ava got with a second throw in from almost exactly the same point.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit tougher over there. The wind's kind of... She's throwing the ball into the wind a little bit.
She'll go for try number 3.
But second half with the Emma Gott's long throw is going to be real key for the Hawkettes.
Maroons get that ball out. Anna 80 gets the ball to Anliker. Anliker met by 2 defenders. The Hawkettes transition back to a counterattack almost immediately. Paoli hunts that one down, gets it out to 17 on the far side.
Yeah, she just didn't quite connect the pass she wanted to. She was trying to lead Medeski into the space and just kind of got too much on it.
Medeski, a freshman defender, just into the game as well. Schultz sends it over to 80. Anna sends it back to the back line. Moore takes it all the way down, trying to connect up with Anliker on the far side of the field. Nice job, was that Pitts over there for defending and went right around Anliker and starts to move up the field.
Yeah, it was really good composure from Pitts.
She's been there, done that for a couple years, so almost every one of those years she's been right here at the state tournament. Does a long pass, just goes in for a effortless save by Mosier. Mosier will put the ball back into play. Avery Taylor tries to keep the ball in bounds, but it does trickle out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Maroons. Off of the Maroons, it'll be a throw-in for the Hawkettes. Anliker centers the ball, nobody's there. Pritchard will take the ball, long ball all the way up the field. Mackey sends another one down. Kaiser trying to connect up with it. Ball sent out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Hawkettes. Emma Gott going down there to take that long throw in.
Yeah, I think, I know I keep saying it, but, second half with the wind behind their back, those balls that they're sending up to Kaiser might be a little bit more effective. The long throws from Emma are going to be more effective, and, that when you have the wind behind you, you've really got to utilise it, and right now Dowling's not utilised it yet. So the Hawkettes will be looking to maybe get through the rest of the half and get into the second half with the wind behind them.
And look, with a nice ball down the near side of the field. Another cross over to the other side for Meredith Schultz, and it ricochets off the Schultz off of a attempted clear by the Hawkettes. It goes right to Mosier.
Yeah, McCoy done well up against Pitts again. She's just getting the better of Pitts there, and she's turning to be a handful for that. Those two Ankeny centre backs.
I think the Hawks really need to bear down for this final 5 minutes of the first half as they finish it up with against the wind, and they'll be with the wind in the second half and just making sure they don't give up anything. Foul called on Gott, on Moore.
Yeah, again, it's another fantastic battle, and what I love about the referee is he let it go. He let the two of them battle, and sometimes you don't often see that, and I really respect that.
That'll be Abigail Galloway putting in the ball for the Maroons on a set piece here, free kick. She launches the ball to the right side. Not really able to connect up with anybody on that far side. Anna 80 over there, as well as Meredith Schultz, and they send the ball in, trying to connect up with Anliker. Hawkettes clear. Ooh, strong tackle. 50-50 right on the ball. Both girls swung, and Emma Gott took the brunt of that one.
Yeah, that's part of the game, and sometimes you've just got to you've just got to take it on the chin. You know, Gott's a tough kid, she'll take it, but she'll definitely remember that as well and try to get her own back at some point in the game.
Nice little connection of passes, almost leads to a shot on goal from a header. But once again, Mosier in a perfect position to be able to snatch that one down. But I looked across at the Hawkette coach, and he was just talking to his people saying, settle down, settle down.
Yeah.
3 minutes left to go here.
No, Mosier's anticipation and awareness of where she's at when Dowling's about to take a shot is really impressive.
I think both goalkeepers have had a great first half.
They definitely have. You know, and I think Dowling's goalkeepers definitely gained more confidence as the seasons went on. But she's going to be important in the second half, though, once the Hawkheads turn around.
Nice job from Ella Anliker. Gets the ball to the outside. Nice little set of passes from the Maroons as they get that ball down the field. Get a weak shot on goal. It's gobbled up by Mosier. She'll put the ball back into play with just under 2 minutes and 30 seconds left to go here in the first half with a 0-0 score between the Hawkettes and the Maroons.
It's a lovely ball.
Nice pass from Mackey. Gets into some open space, but the defending group from the Dowling Maroons gets
it was a really good area. I just felt Kaiser could have maybe just came over just a little bit sooner just to put more pressure on Galloway.
So Sophie Leffler, I've been noticing that they've been bringing her up almost every set piece here, even with the throw-ins. They've been bringing her up from the back line. So I think they look like they're counting on her to be an impact person up there in the box and kind of that scrum area of the box.
Yeah, Soph's the first point that they look to try to throw it to, and her to flick it on and make it dangerous.
And McGott with a long throw-in there is exactly
like
what we're talking about. Sophie Leffler with a touch. Pritchard sends that back into a dangerous spot. The Maroons take that ball out of bounds. Just went under a minute 30 here left to go in the first half.
Yeah, it's been a very entertaining first half. Both teams are giving it a go, and rightly so. There's been a lot of good little 1v1 matchups. You know, we've got McCoy versus Pitts. We've got Mackey versus Anliker. We've got Kaiser versus Galloway. There's, you know, all over the field there's been some really, really good 1v1 duels and matchups, and that's going to be how this game will play out, you know, unless it goes all the way to PKs, but it's which player's going to get the better of the opponent that they're up against.
Anliker sends that ball down. It's not going to get all the way to the goalkeeper. It'll be a one touch and he'll send it out of bounds.
Yeah, again, Anliker looking to find McCoy using their speed in behind. And McCoy just didn't quite get the connection on it that she would have liked to, but it was a good pass from Anliker.
So just about 10 seconds left to go. Looks like they're going to take all that 10 seconds to put that ball into play. 0-0 tie between the Maroons and the Hawkettes. 3A quarterfinals here at County Soccer Complex. That'll be the halftime. Well played first half, Jordan. I think this is kind of what we expected, right?
Yep, it's exactly what was expected. It's been an entertaining game. There's been plenty of action. There's two teams that are going at each other toe to toe. So we're in for a real treat second half. Really, really good treat for the second half. And this has by far been the best game of the day so far that we've been around.
All right, now we'd like to take a moment to once again thank our title sponsor, Iowa Farm Bureau, for their support of the state soccer tournament. Earlier this week, the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union had the opportunity to speak with Iowa Farm Bureau President Brent Johnson to learn more about the Iowa Farm Bureau's support of the IGHSAU and the student athletes across the state.
We'd like to welcome you to the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union State Soccer Tournament. I'm Erin Kirtley with the IGHSAU. We hope you've enjoyed the first half of action here at today's match. 2023 marks the 26th year of the Iowa Girls State Soccer Tournament, and we are so thankful for all of those who support this event and help us put this on. none other than our proud title sponsor, Farm Bureau. Joining me here today is Brent Johnson, president of the Iowa Farm Bureau. So why does the Iowa Farm Bureau invest in the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union?
Well, first of all, Aaron, I want to congratulate the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union for 26 years of state soccer. That's absolutely fantastic. And for the Farm Bureau to be involved in the last 18, we couldn't be prouder to be a part of this. You know, these kids that are competing here today, they are amongst the nation's brightest and best student athletes. And just like Iowa's farmers are the best in the country at what they do, this opportunity to partner with you gives us the opportunity to celebrate both. We at Farm Bureau, we love to promote the kids, and after all, they will be someday our future leaders. And there's so many ways that we support them. You know, annually, every year, we give over $500,000 in scholarships across the entire state so that those kids continue their education. We have partnered with you and the High School Boys Association in providing concussion insurance for those kids participating in sanctioned sports. There's really only 7 states that even provide that opportunity for kids. We've helped teachers with, over the last several years, providing $450,000 in supplies for their classrooms so they can do their job. And just recently, we just gave $1 million to the Iowa FFA Foundation so they can continue to promote Iowa agriculture and tell the story as to why agriculture touches all of our lives every single day.
So the student athletes participating in this year's state tournament are taking home some awesome souvenirs. Can you tell us a little bit more about those?
Yeah, you know, the Signature Ball program has been a student favorite for years now. You know, and it's one of those mementos that those kids get to take with them. Every student participating in the tournament gets one of these signature balls that they can have their teammates, their coaches, and their mentors sign so that one day they can look back and think, you know, the hard work and dedication that they put into their sport, it earned them the right to play at this tournament, and they can remember that in this Signature Ball program.
Thanks again, Brent, and to Farm Bureau, and enjoy your second half of soccer.
Obsessively, relentlessly at your service. To me, it means being there 24/7, rain or shine, during storms, after storms.
Being a first responder to the community, to my customers.
Being there to get the customers back on and to see the smiles on their face.
To provide the kind of reliability that we can hold our heads high about.
And we want to keep our customers safe. Safety's first around here.
And that's rewarding.
Ladies, the place for you!
Living your best life means something different to everyone, especially when it comes to healthcare. That's why Mercy One offers compassionate, personalized care. We are here for you with one team of experts, providing access to the primary care and highly rated specialty care you need, easily and conveniently. So go ahead, live your best life. We're with you every step of the way. Mercy One, your best life, our one purpose.
When you choose Delta Dental of Iowa, you set a chain of good in motion because we invest in your community. So whether you get your plan at work or purchase it through us, you get more than great dental and vision insurance. You make a difference for others. Choose Delta Dental for your smile, for your health, and for your community.
In Iowa, we all play by the same rules. Hard work pays off, practice makes perfect, success is something you earn, and teamwork helps us all be winners. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics. Because on our team and on yours, what we bring to the table is what brings us all together. Learn more about our commitment to Iowa at iowapork.org.
Here in Greater Des Moines, we're the unexpected sports mecca that feels like home. We are the big ballers, the little kickers, the underdogs, and the bulldogs. We've got events wacky and wild, big and small, we host them all. That old sports cliche, nobody believes in us? Nah, when you come here, you'll believe. Because in Des Moines, only the S's are silent. Let's go!
Fans, official state tournament merchandise is now available online. Time to get your smartphones out. Just scan the QR code on your screen now or visit IGHSAU.org to browse and customize your merchandise to match your style. So there's about 3 minutes left to go here on the halftime clock. Kind of just the match we expected coming in between the Ankeny Hawkettes and the Dowling Maroons. Not a lot of stats to go over. I was looking around to some of the other fields here. Looks like Johnston is up 1-0 on Lindmar on field 7. West Des Moines Valley was up 1-0 on Pleasant Valley on field 8. And the update on field 9, which just has 20 minutes left to go, was a 1-0 for Waukee Northwest over the Ankeny Centennial, the defending champions. So just keeping everybody abreast of those scores as well as we whittle the time down here. As it's going to be a battle of wills here in the second half as the Hawkettes and the Maroons get back out here on the field in the decent conditions out here. I did hear, I think Liz Proctor is going to be done for the game. It looked like a knee injury took her out, and she's going to be done for the rest of the game, will not be playing anymore. So the Hawkettes will definitely have to make some adjustments, taking over that prominent position from her. But most of the first half was played with those adjustments as well. As the train goes by in the background here, we're right next to the train tracks here at County Soccer Complex in Des Moines, Iowa. Playing on the Grandview soccer field today. Matchups will be whittling down. We'll be on field 6 and field 9 going into the games on Friday. All 3 games will be played on those 2 fields as we move forward in the brackets. This is our 3rd game for the day for both Jordan and I. We covered number 2 Nevada up against Bishop Heelan, and Bishop Heelan won that game earlier this morning. The afternoon game was Dallas Center Grimes. It was a 10-0 win over the Marion Wolves. And a dominant one-half production for the Mustangs, defending champions. And today, finishing up the day with the number 2 Ankeny Hawkettes up against the number 7 Dowling Catholic Maroons. So, George, just 30 seconds left to go here in the halftime show here. You know, what are you looking forward to in the second half here as the teams start to take the field again?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to watching more 1v1 battles. I'm looking forward to some more exciting attacking chances created. I think the Hawkettes could really use the win to their advantage in the second half. But it's important that they don't switch off, because people like Anlicker and McCoy and Moore could punish them in a second on the counter-attack.
Yeah, just looking at Liz Proctor limping her way back to the bench for the Hawkettes. It sounds like it's a knee injury and she'll be out for the game.
Yeah, I just spoke to her dad there in the halftime break, and it's not looking too promising for Proctor. So you know that's I'm devastated for her, and it's a huge miss for the Hawkettes. So hopefully, touch wood, everything it's not as serious as we think it is. But you know, the Hawkettes are now going to have to rotate their squad again, and that's what they've already done. And I think it's worked so far. They're not under the cosh too much, but you know, that's now 3 starters they've lost this season. You know, Van Houweling at the start of the season, and Ali Heller halfway through the season, and then now Liz Proctor.
Yeah, I think they played, fairly decent for the rest of the half after that injury happened. So I don't think it's it had a major effect on the game. But you know, as we wind down and start to get you know, the energy being expended out on the field, it may become a factor as we enter into the last little bit of the game here.
Yeah, I mean, the rotations has helped them, you know, continue to be okay against Dowling. But then the problem is it's taken Emma out of the attack, it's taken Dietz out of the middle. So, you know, not having those players in those key positions, you know, they've kind of had to give up some attacking positions to make sure they're still sound defensively with losing Proctor.
Yeah, because Pritchard moving all the way back to the defensive line is not where they want her at.
No, because, you know, Pritchard has got a good left foot on her. She can shoot from distance, and with her back there, it's... And, you know, the longer the game goes, you know, as we talk about taking risks when the game's on the line, you know, that might be something that Simon will look to change again and maybe sacrifice and bring Taya back up higher.
So flip-flopping fields, your Ankeny Hawkettes will be going from right to left in the Maroons, and your Dowling Maroons will be going from left to white in the all-white. So we flip the field, also flip the use of the wind as flip-flopping here as well. So the Hawkettes will have that wind at their back, i.e. the strong kick from Jenna Pitts almost goes all the way down the field.
Yeah, it's something the Hawkettes look to do, is try to put the ball down the channel and almost try to force Dowling to give away throw-ins.
Schultz, nice battle on the far side, gets the ball upfield, and Laura McCoy gets called for something here. She get called for offsides?
Yeah, I'm not sure what. I think, yeah.
She didn't make a pretty strong turn on that corner. Maybe she grabbed a jersey on that turn as well, but maybe it just went out of bounds.
Yeah, it just went out of bounds. That's the disadvantage that we're at here when we're sit down at pitch view. Sometimes we can't even see the other sideline on the opposite side.
The depth perception and the crown of the field's in between us and that far sideline, so can't even really see what's going on that far side, as that ball obviously had trickled out of bounds. Ankeny player hits the ground pretty hard. That's Emma Gott.
Yeah, it was quite a hefty collision there.
Hannah 80 sends the ball down, connects up with Lauren McCoy. Lauren McCoy with Pitts one-on-one. Back to Anna 80. Back to McCoy, treading right on the offside line there. The AR is right on top of it, and the ball goes into Mosier, and she'll make the save.
Yeah, McCoy on her not so favoured right foot there, just didn't quite get her foot around the ball to put the ball into the box.
Mosier with a long kick goes all the way down the field, knocked up in the air by the Maroon defender.
Riley's just got to get the timing and the awareness of where the ball's going to bounce and try to get the timing to run behind. Sometimes she's coming too short and then letting the ball go over her, then start to run. If she just gets the timing of her run as the ball comes through, she'll have a little bit more success. Eva looking for a little twist here to get onto that right foot.
Ava Paoli with a nice little couple moves, frees herself up, takes a little weak shot on there. I think she may be a X factor here in the second half as the ball goes up into the air and over the top. It'll be a corner kick for the Hawkettes.
Yeah, it was good left-footed strike from Emma Gott, and the young goalkeeper's done really, really well there just to get her hands to it and put it up over the barn.
Munoz Meharada with a nice save, sends it over the top of the frame. It'll be a corner kick. Corner kicks are brought to you by Kruger Seed, First Class Seed, First Name Service. Trying to see who's out there. We're getting ready to take that corner.
It's Cam Dietz with the corner.
Dietz taking the ball in. Easily defended by the Maroons. Pritchard sends it back down to Dietz. Is she back onside? And she is not back onside. So it'll be an offside call on the far side. Referee finally does see it, does actually call it. Yeah. Can't play advantage. I don't know, is there a play advantage on an offside call?
No, there's not. If it's offside,
so.
They've got to call it back.
The crowd imploring for an advantage, but I'm pretty sure that even on an offside call, it's always brought back to the spot of the infraction. So the Maroons will put the ball. It is pretty deep in the Hawkette offensive zone. We'll get to see some of this Mackey-Endlicher matchup right here in front of us, Jordan, as they both converge on the ball right there.
And it's little Paoli shooting off down the left side.
Moore sends the ball out of bounds. I think that's Moore. It might not be Moore, actually. Maybe our center forward here, or center defender. That was Charlotte Carmichael that sent that ball out, not Moore. It'll be a throw-in for the Hawkettes. Can't see who's over, but I assume it's Emma Gott throwing it in there.
Yeah, she'll send it back out to Gott, and they'll get another opportunity here.
But you're exactly right. They bring Leffler up there to be pretty much that first touch on that play almost every time.
Yeah, Loeffler's good in the air. She can flick things on and make it dangerous. Just like that.
Nice little counterattack. Meredith Schultz sends it down to Lauren McCoy. Nice little battle between McCoy. Takes a shot and just gets caught in the air and just keeps going up as she hits it clean out of the stadium.
Yeah, it was a good counterattack from the Dowling Maroons. You know, definitely want to get McCoy in those situations where she can go 1v1 and use her speed. Again, she just hit it too well. She just maybe had to try to guide it more rather than take a little bit less power off it and get more accuracy on it.
Yeah, it doesn't help that Pitts is right there on her hip that whole time.
Yeah,
too,
you know,
so.
It just shows you how quick McCoy is, because Pitts isn't slow either.
No. Both world-class runners there. Definitely battling it out there right through the middle of the defense.
You know, and that's also why it's Loeffler that goes up there and they keep Pitts back, just so those moments, because, you know, if that was Loeffler and Pitts was in the box and Loeffler was back there, you know, Loeffler's a little bit slower than Pitts, and that 1v1 would have been a bit of a mismatch.
Absolutely. So it looks like we got a corner kick. Corner kicks are brought to you by Kruger Seeds as Endlicher puts it into play. And well defended by Paoli. She sends the ball strongly down, all the way down to the goalkeeper for the Maroons.
Yeah, I mean, there's no one there. She should have just kept dribbling.
Would have liked to see the Hawkettes keep at least one person up there high, pushing up that defense, but nobody was there this time. Abigail Galloway sends the ball out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Hawks. Taya Pritchard steps up to take the throw-in for the Hawkettes, calling out to her teammates. And Licker sends the ball into orbit above the playing field here.
Yeah, it was just smashed up into the air.
She probably would have hit that eagle that we had fly over the game earlier today. This is a dangerous part here as Anliker's pushed the outside with Anna 80. Anliker sends the ball into danger. Meredith Schultz almost in there for an attack, but Jasmine Mosier keeps her composure, grabs that ball and falls right on top of it. End of the play.
Yeah, it was an awkward height for a second there, but again, the Hawkettes were able to survive the defensive. Like, really good ball forward from Jazz, and you know that It's not pretty soccer, and but it can be very, very effective. You know, like Jazz punts it in deep into the Dowling half. Dowling's give a free kick away. Now the Hawkettes have got a free kick in a really good position.
Got a set piece here. Number 8, Cameron Dietz stepping up to take this free kick. Setting up a small wall in front, a 3-person wall. And then Ankeny decides to set up their own wall. They shoot right over the top of that and not even really in a dangerous spot. I think Dietz would like to have that one back for sure.
Yeah, I don't think she really prepped herself the best. She just take a bigger run up at it.
Was trying to stay loose and just kind of like just wanted to hit it nicely and just ended up hitting it too awkwardly.
She maybe got caught in two minds whether to put her laces through it or try to place it.
Paoli goes up and breaks up a pass between Sarah Moore and Anna 80. Strong throw from Moore. Connects up with Lauren McCoy. Lauren McCoy takes it across the field, looks to split the defenders, and she does so. Sends it out there to the other Moore sister, Julie, on the end of that. But Mosier in a great position to be able to.
Yeah, they're looking very dangerous on the counter attack.
But Lauren McCoy, just a freshman forward, has just been kind of all over the field offensively for the Maroons, looking very, very nice.
Yeah, no, she's a good player, Lauren, and she's getting better and better each time.
Another opportunity for a counterattack for the Maroons. They send it all the way down. Greatly well-placed ball, well-weighted ball down there by Schultz. But one of the Ankeny defenders is able to get there first to get it out of trouble. But a beautiful ball down there, splitting those two defenders. Almost was a clutch play from Schultz.
Yeah, Loeffler had to time that tackle perfectly or she was in a tricky situation.
Ankeny defenders converge and get the ball out, but send it to the top of the box. And the Maroons begin their attack again. And Anna 80 gets all the way around her defender. And
yeah, the Dowling are getting into really good positions. It's just that final ball or that final bit of execution that's letting them down right now, but they're getting the ball into good positions.
I think we've seen both teams get a little bit deeper than they had even in the whole first half here in the first few minutes of the second half.
I tell you, that was a big time block from Avery Taylor there because Moore got a really good hit of it.
Looks like he called a foul there on the far side. It'll be a free kick. Jenna Pitts is going to step up and take that ball. Crowds are starting to get a little bit more fired up, a little bit more animated as we're into the 54th minute of the second half. Just got an update from the Milwaukee Northwest game. It's 2-0 over Centennial. They just scored on a penalty kick. How much time is left on that one?
2-0 to
18 minutes left to
Northwest.
go. 18 minutes, yeah, yep. So probably just in single digits for time left on that Northwest Centennial game. Trying to look over at some of the other games here. It's still in the, it must have started the second half, or still in the first half over almost halftime. 1-0 lead for Johnston over Linn-Mar. I think that's what the map, yeah, Johnston over Linn-Mar.
Yeah, Johnston's a home team over there.
And we're at the second water break of the second half. It's a 2-0 lead for Valley over Pleasant Valley. So right now the higher seeds are winning all the games. And 80, did she do a flip throw in?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice little running flip throw. Haven't seen that today, but it's
Yeah, I used to be able to do that back in the day, Austin, but I'm a bit too old now.
Is that what you tried to do to hurt your back for today? Tried to do a little flip throw?
It feels like it.
But Anna 80 bringing that trick out of her bag.
I think the Hawkettes right now, they're just being a little bit too anxious with putting the ball forward. They need maybe just another few dribble touches or maybe one more pass and then look to go forward.
Cameron Dietz playing in all the way from the forward position all the way back into playing some defense there. Riley Kaiser sends the ball down, and Emma Gott's trying to corral that one, but it's sent out of bounds by the Maroons. Oh, it's not going to get out of bounds, or is it? Not going to get out of bounds. The Maroons control it on the far line. Schultz tries to flip the field. Yeah, would really like to see Taya Pritchard. She had some room down there. Would like to see her attack that room a little bit, but
just going forward a little bit too quickly. You know, even here again, like just it's a one-time ball forward. I understand what they're trying to do, but I think if they can just maybe take another couple of touches and then look to send it forward, just to allow the Ankeny Hawkette forwards to get in position ready to receive the longer pass.
So Pritchard will come up and relieve Mackey, and she'll take the throw in.
Little flick on. It's really good defending there from Loeffler, just putting a little body in the back of McCoy to get the ball back.
And McGott chases that ball down on the far side, takes her defender to the ground, and nice little centering ball from Gott. Just doesn't get connected up with anybody from the Hawkettes. Nice move for Paoli. She takes a long distance shot, so they flipped her from the near side here over to the far side. Looks like a little bit of a transfer. Maybe they even put her on defense over on that far side.
Yeah, they've put her back there at right back, and I think it might be, you know, Paoli's got a really good shot from distance, so I think just like we saw there, just allowing her to come up and look to shoot from distance. And she's also got some speed to deal with Julia Moore defensively.
So maybe an opportunity to overlap at some point on that far side to push up a little bit further. Got some substitutions on the far side over there.
Just as we're talking about that, they changed it. Oh, no, they've not. Paoli's still there.
Substitutions are brought to you by IMT Insurance. Learn how you can be worry-free with IMT at imtins.com. We'd love to be getting those substitutions for you, but with us at ground level, it's really hard to see those guys as they come out and who's leaving and who's coming in. But
yes, there's like 3 or 4 of them. They're smaller, got dark hair and pink pre-wrap in their hair, and it's sometimes tough to see who's who.
Neither team really helping us out with very good numbers, as the Maroons are white on white with their numbers, just with the black outline. When they get over to the far side of the field, it's pretty hard to see where they're at. Meredith Schultz with a half-hearted attempt at shot on goal. Maybe he was trying to center it in there, maybe trying to connect up with Anna 80. But Mosier's in perfect position to be able to deal with that one and send it back into play.
It's a great flick on.
Able to save that right on the end line, but it does go out of bounds. Thought she was going to be able to get it, but it looks like it went right off her foot.
Yeah, again, it's just the anticipation piece from Kaiser, just trying to anticipate where that ball is going to go, and sometimes she just waits for it and then goes, whereas she just goes a little bit quicker, so I think she can get in there.
I mean, my thought has always been, when you've got the wind and you're sending a long ball down there, as soon as they kick it, just run.
Yeah.
You know, and you could deal with it coming up short later or overrunning it. But, you know, as soon as that ball's kicked, you release from the offsides and you can run that ball down. and really make that defender have to make a decision, and the right decision on how they take that ball. Ball goes out of deflection off the Hawkette. It'll be a throw-in for the Maroons on the far side of the field. They'll take it quickly.
It's a good recovery from Loeffler there. Her first pass just got intercepted, but immediately just got her body between the ball and the defender to make sure that McCoy couldn't get a run on her.
So it looks like we'll be coming down to the second half water break here in just a few seconds. Lauren McCoy settles that ball down there, looks for an opportunity, but there's 5 Hawkettes already back there ready to go. As Pioli takes that ball up. And a foul called in the box of the Hawkette defensive line there. It'll be a free kick for the Hawkettes.
Yeah, it was a good striker's foul, as they call it. Just arrived late into Loeffler.
Yeah, just probing, trying to get the trying to get a tip there to get the ball back into play and make something happen. You can't fault her for doing it, especially in a game like this at 0-0. Somebody's going to have to make some kind of mistake to. Or just an amazing play to be able to get a ball past either one of these top-notch goalkeepers. I would look for the next break in the action to start the water break for the second half.
Yeah, that was better that time, like just getting into Dietz's feet, and she was able to play with her back to goal and then look for the next ball. Just that second ball, quality of that second pass needed to be better.
And it's a touch, a little bit of chaos in the front. It's a goal by the Maroons. 1-0 for Dowling Catholic.
Yeah, it was just one ball and a little bit of misjudgment from the Hawkette back line. You know, it's not like them. Usually they're pretty solid back there. And credit to Lauren McCoy. She's been probing the whole game, and she's finally got a reward. You know, she's constantly asked questions of the Hawkettes defence. She's put her body there all the time. She's used her speed, and she's finally got a reward, and it was a good finish as well.
Just a moment of chaos for both teams, and the Maroons capitalized on that for a 1-0 lead. We hit up the second half water break with a 1-0 lead for the Maroons. Hey fans, Central College has you covered with career building programs and with tuition less than $20,000 a year and tons of scholarships. It's the best decision ever. Apply today at central.edu. So excitement just right before the water break.
Yeah.
Could have broke here a minute ago when they had a little bit of a break, but the Dowling Catholic are glad that they extended the water break into a little bit further into the game, and they've converted on a little bit of chaos in front of the goalkeep and put the ball away. And we do think it was Lauren McCoy that scored that?
Yep, 1,000% it was Lauren McCoy that scored.
I thought that's who it was. So a 1-0 lead for the Maroons going into the last 18 minutes, the second half of the second half for between the Hawkettes and the Maroons. So the Hawkettes will have some time to a little bit of time here to maybe regroup and decide what they're going to want to do to try to get this leveled off and get that score back. But Dowling's going to be riding high and have a lot of confidence going into this last half of the game, and we'll see what happens here for the Hawkettes and the Maroons. Teams are taking the fields again. Score is 1-0 as the Dowling crowd is imploring the scoreboard operator to put that score up there for them.
Yeah, I mean, there's still, there's still time left for the Ankeny Hawkettes. It's important that they stay calm and they don't let the occasion get the better of them, and they'll get their chances. It's whether or not they're going to take their chances. And for the Dowling Maroons, they've got something now to hold on to, right? They've got something to protect, and it's going to be a long 18 minutes for Coach Pearson and his team.
In reality, it was 30 to 45 seconds of movement there to get the score to begin with. It was,
it was just a bit of a moment of madness for the Hawkettes at the back, and just really, really unfortunate for them.
A little miscommunication between both of the Hawkette defenders there on who's taking the ball. As Lauren McCoy chases that ball down, he goes a 50-50. It looks like we're going to have a foul called.
Yeah, I've really enjoyed watching Loeffler and McCoy, and you know, both of them are club teammates and on my team, and it's really really good to sit here and watch them battle it out.
Ball thrown in for the Maroons. It'll go out the back of the pitch. It'll be a goal kick.
But no, just going back to Lauren McCoy, I think she's had a really good game up there today. She's been full of energy. She's really made it difficult for both Pitts and Loeffler, and that's not easy to play against two centre backs. Because you can see now Dowling have changed their shape. You know, they've went from a 4-4-2 originally, now they're 4-5-1. They've brought Julia Moore back into more of a midfield position now.
Emma got back into the game. Substitutions brought to you by IMT Insurance. So I noticed on that substitution change that they brought Paoli back up to the right side attacker. We'll see if that matchup is a little bit more advantageous for the Hawkettes, or if the Maroons will continue to shut that down. Hawkettes with an opportunity here.
Again, that's exactly what they need to keep doing, right? Just get the ball down the line, get into shooting range.
Feels like the wind's picked up aggressively
and
here just in the last minute or so.
That's going to play right into the Hawkettes' favour.
Pritchard with a throw in. Glance it down to field 7. Looks like Johnson's taking a 3 lead up on Linn-Mar. About 27 seconds left to go, or 27 minutes left to go here in the second half for them. The Maroons have just been very, very confident and calculated, moving the ball down the field. Patient is the right word I was looking for. They're connecting their passes, and really with ease, they're moving it down the edges of the field and getting it into a dangerous spot and looking for their opportunities to be dangerous. Scott's taking a little one-on-one with the Maroon defender, still working hard and gathering that ball and getting some additional possession. Ball sent out of bounds off the Maroons. It'll be a throw-in for the Hawkettes.
Yeah, it was a good bit of defending there from Emmy Sager up against Gott, just to make sure that she didn't advance the ball any further.
Gott's going all the way into the crowd to take this throw-in. Nice ball into a dangerous spot, but ends up getting all the way to the goalkeeper.
You know, there's players in the box there. They've got to gamble and try to get on the second ball, or on the bouncing ball, I should say.
It's got to be disappointing for the Hawkettes not to have anybody really even attacking that ball.
Yeah, there was only really one player went and attacked it, and everybody else stood and watched.
And Licker with a swing and a miss. Deach tries to track that one down. It's nice little 50-50 battle with Moore, and Moore gets called for a foul. No. Dietz is called for the foul, and Moore will put it into play, but she'll defer to number 22, Abigail Galloway, to put the ball back into play. As the Maroons are protecting this 1-0 lead. Ball will go out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Hawkettes. Taya Pritchard with the throw-in for the Hawkettes. Leffler gets the ball, trying to connect up with Paoli. Paoli and Gott arrive at the ball at exactly the same time. Sends the ball up into the air. Anna 80 gets the ball to Anliker. Anliker, we really haven't heard a lot from her in the second half.
Oh,
she gets a ball back and is in some open space. It takes a long shot.
She's had a pretty quiet second half, Anliker. You know, Mackie has completely shut her down, but you know that's the quality she has, though. You know, if you just give her that time and space, she can punish you.
Had a dangerous little shot there that ended up going over the top of the frame, but still a great attack by Anliker and a shot.
This will be a really good opportunity for the Hawkettes to put the ball in the box.
Be Jenna Pitt stepping up to take the foul committed by the Maroons. Everybody pushing up forward. And Licker does a nice job of stepping up and just making athletic play on the ball in the air. Dietz is just waiting over here on the far side to have something trickle off the backside to her as Meredith Schultz gets the ball back to Anna 80. 80 heads the ball and sends it out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for the Hawkettes. Allie Mackey tracks that one down, but
yeah, you know, this is exactly what the Hawkettes will want, right? They force Dowling to give away the throw-in, and they'll bring Emma Gott over, and you know, this time there's no. This is what I talk about taking risks. Like now, Pitts and Loeffler are up this time, and this is the first time I think they've ever done that this season.
Got Pritchard back here for the last line of defense. Gott sends that ball in, headed. It's going to go back out of bounds a little bit deeper this time as Gott picks that ball back up. And
I thought maybe Gott could have retrieved it and used her
thought so as well.
Foot to kick it in, but she obviously trusts her throw-in more than her.
80 sends the ball out of bounds. It'll be another throw-in for Gott. Strong throw-in from Gott. Anliker sends it out with a header. Gott sends a high ball, dangerous. Still hanging up in the air. The goalkeeper doesn't really know where to go, and it'll be a goal kick for the Maroons. Holy cow.
Yeah, when it left Gott's foot there, it did look really dangerous for a second, and I thought, again, if it's just on the target, you just never know where it could go.
And Munoz Mejerada has had a great day, but just looked a little bit lost in that instance. So where that ball was going to be going,
Yeah.
Hawkettes had an opportunity to make something happen. Pritchard and Schultz with a nice little matchup. It'll be out of bounds off of the Maroons. Hawkettes take it quickly.
Again, Pioli's just got to gamble there as soon as she sees Mackie play that ball into Riley. Pioli's just got to gamble behind.
Taylor's played a tough game on that far side over there. She's played well all day as Gott takes a kind of a half shot from distance, and Munoz Mejerada is in the right spot.
It's a good bit of pressure here from the Hawkettes. They're really asking questions of Dowling, and Dowling are just riding the storm and looking to counter-attack just as they're doing right now.
Schultz on the counter-attack, looking to see where she's going to take this next ball. Finds Lauren McCoy. Lauren McCoy sends it back to the center. Finds more on the far side. Nice little battle. Jenna Pitts taking control, and she's going to take it up the field. There's a little bit of possession, but she draws the foul.
Yes.
As both girls kind of went down at the same time.
I was actually interested to see which way he was going to call it there, but again, really good play from Pitts, just driving her team forward and trying to keep their season alive. And again, draws another foul, and it allows Ankeny to put the ball in the box. And I think it's going to be Pitts that takes it herself.
Pitts with the strike. Deeds steps up. She's going to center that ball second center. Almost gets a third center, and the Maroons take that ball and get it out of the danger area as Pritchard sends it back in.
And the Hawkettes are just trying to flick things on and hope for that it's going to fall to the right player. Or it's just not quite falling for them.
Looks like Coach Brown has decided to do a little bit of a gamble as you see Pitts start to move up the field, moving into an attacking midfielder position away from the defensive line that she's been playing the whole game.
Yeah, no, again, I think from that side it's good for Gott's throwing because the wind's kind of going that direction, almost right to the goal. You'll see the range of this throw and probably go a little bit further.
Gott sends the ball in. Mackey with a touch. Opportunity for the Dowling Maroons to put this ball into a lot of trouble. Thompson trying to catch up and get a foot on that ball, but Jasmine Mosier saves this part of the season for the Hawkettes as she makes the save off of a shot by Lauren McCoy. Thompson was just enough of a pest on the backside there to make her second guess that, but nice job out of Mosier making that save.
Yeah, the game's just gone back and forward now, and McCoy will be disappointed not to stick that one away, but she's got another chance here.
Couple nice moves. She's going to win her team a corner kick.
You know, Lauren McCoy's energy levels today and just willingness to run with the ball has been really impressive.
So this will be a Kruger Seeds corner kick. The next time you're in need of corn or soybean seed, give your local Kruger Seeds dealer a call. Kruger Seeds, first class seed, first name service. Learn more at KrugerSeed.com. As Ella Anliker is the one to step up and take this corner kick. She puts the ball into play, goes to the far side, and just nobody there on the backside as Taya Pritchard is trying to track this one down, as well as Meredith Schultz. As Schultz goes down. Schultz kind of like a human shield there, just takes a couple shots right off of her body, and Mackey sends the ball down into the midfield.
Pitt's just kicking the ground there right as she was trying to find Deeds.
Schultz watches that one go out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick for the Hawkettes. Just a bit over 4 minutes left to go in the Hawkettes season. Down 1-0 to the Maroons.
Johnson up 5-0 now on Lindmar.
Anliker, nice job of raising out of off the turf to knock that ball down, as McCoy will be smart to take that play over to the corner to waste time. Playing against a smaller defender, as Thompson does everything she can, or Taylor does everything she can to get that ball off of her foot, and gains a goal kick for the Hawkettes.
Yeah, again, McCoy just running down the clock for her team and keeping the ball as far away from her goal as possible.
Hawkettes try to take the ball short, but the ball must have still been moving when it was first struck. They'll do that again. Taya Pritchard with the touch. Tries to send it up the field, but ends up rolling out of bounds right onto our broadcasting booth here on the sidelines, the 50-yard line. Sarah Moore with a nice throw in. Mackey with a nice little move to free herself up as she moves up the field. Trying to get it outside to Paoli. Paoli is going to be able to receive the ball on the outside. She'll look to do a center. Tries to beat her defender and then re-centers, but she's a little bit too strong in the pass to herself, and it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, she is. She's done the right thing to try to push the ball past the outside back, but just unfortunately pushed it too far in front of her.
The Maroons take it short. Cameron Dietz tries to step up. Pritchard tries to tap it to herself out of bounds, but it goes out of bounds. That'll be a throw-in for the Maroons, as they'll try to milk as much time off the clock, probably exchanging throwers in here as Sarah Moore comes up, the senior, to take the throw-in. Puts the ball into play. Handlicker and Gott meet up in the midfield, and Gott goes down, but they get it moving forward for the Hawkettes. Foul called on Pitts as she tries to tug on the hip of Anna 80 and gets called for the foul.
She's lucky she didn't get a yellow card there, Pitts. Just a little bit of frustration, I think, from Pitts. It's just not quite went Hawkettes' way.
Handlicker with a strong shot.
So far.
Sends it right to Mosier.
It's important that they get on the second ball here, Hawkettes.
Pritchard taking it back over to Paoli. Paoli's in the right spot, gets a touch on it. Is she going to be too strong again? And it goes out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick for the Maroons. Just 30 seconds left to go here. Hawkettes trying to throw everything at it, but it's not going to be enough with just 20 seconds left to go. 1-0 for the Maroons, and they'll take it out to Sarah Moore. And Moore will launch that down the sideline to Anna 80.
It's not over yet.
Glancing shot by Mackey goes awry. It's a 1-0 win for the Dowling Catholic Maroons. They will move on to the next round off of a scramble in front of the goalkeeper here in the second half. Ball put away by Lauren McCoy. She was a shark pretty much the whole game.
Yeah, I think that's definitely been the difference in the game. You know, McCoy, she's constantly the full game asked questions of the Hawkette backline, constantly making it uncomfortable for them, trying to unbalance them. She's used her speed and strength well. Her energy levels, even right up to the last whistle, to just keep running and running and running. That's been the difference. You know, the Hawkettes will be disappointed with the goal that they lost, but unfortunately, that's sometimes just how it goes. It was a one-goal game, and we called that earlier at the start of the game, and you know, it just wasn't quite the Hawkettes' day in front of goal either. They had a couple of half chances, but just not enough attacking presence throughout the game to really justify the win.
Yeah, I think we knew it was going to be a one-score PK score, something along that lines,
yeah.
And in order to
honestly, if it wasn't for the mistake, I think we would still be playing here. I think we would be going into overtime and even beyond that. But that's just how it goes sometimes. It's either a moment of madness or a moment of genius, and unfortunately for the Hawkettes, it was a little bit of a moment of madness, just a misunderstanding defensively. But you know, just to highlight Laura McCoy again, her teammates should be carrying her off the field today, because she has done a terrific job on the attacking side of the game. And they'll move on to play Johnston, I believe. by the look of it.
Yeah, 5-0 win. Well, they still have 14 minutes left to go, but a 5-0 commanding lead for Johnston over Linn-Mar. But we're going to throw it over to the PA announcer here in just a second to do the awards presentation for the Maroons as they move around to the second round. So the number 2 seed knocked off here is the number 7 seed Dowling Catholic Maroons win this game 1-0. Just waiting for the PA announcer to jump in here with the final information here, final call of the match.
I think the Hawkettes could be really proud of themselves as well after all the injuries they've had.
In addition to receiving medallions, every player will receive a commemorative soccer ball and bag tag provided by the Iowa Farm Bureau, title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. Presenting awards from the
Unfortunately, the PA system over on Field 6 has not been the greatest today.
Congratulations to the Ankeny Hawks on an excellent season. To the Class 3A semifinal.
Looks like their PA announcer went down there, but the Dowling Catholic Maroons are getting their awards and able to put their name on the next bracket as they move forward into the semifinal round that's coming up on Friday.
Yeah, you know, there's always going to be one team that's full of happiness and one team that's full of tears, and fortunately for the Hawkettes, they're on the wrong end of the defeat, or the wrong end of the game, sorry, with a defeat, and they should be proud of themselves, you know, for the squad that they've had, for the challenges that they've had this season. They've managed to get to state. I think just getting to state, speaking to Coach Simon Brown during the week, you know, he was just really, really proud of the girls for getting here and being a part of the state tournament. And you know, they'll come back ready next year. But I tell you right now, these Dowling Catholics, they're going to take a bit of stopping. You know, they're feisty, they work hard. They've got 2 or 3 players that can change the game, and I think there could be a little underdog here in the Dowling team.
But just a solid team win for them.
Yeah.
We had Lauren McCoy definitely looked really good up top, but that freshman goalkeeper looked solid all day. Was calm, cool, and collected even under the pressure that was out there. But I'll be looking forward to see how they do the rest of the tournament. But third game of the day with you, Jordan. I appreciate it. But on behalf of you, our producer Randy, and all of us here in Des Moines, I'm Austin Oliver, and we thank you for watching our live coverage of the 2023 Girls State Soccer Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.